Hey, I'm Jem and I'm your host.
And I'm your co-host Sam, and together we're here to bring you the Solo Success Podcast.
So, the reason why we're bringing this to you today is that the hair and beauty industry is moving fast towards a world of freelancers. Over 70% of people working in the space are freelance, and actually 48% of salons are looking to close within the next couple of years. So there's a big opportunity for those who want to go solo. But what we found is that there wasn't any good resource out there to help you on your journey.
So on each episode, we'll be speaking to different industry experts and insiders, those that have been on interesting journeys and that have stories to tell, and they're going to be sharing their tips and advice on how you can elevate your solo beauty career.
I'm super excited. That's so awesome. Let's get into it.
So I'm with Becci today, and you're so nice to host us in your beautiful Blossom Academy salon.
Yeah, thank you.
So, obviously you've made it, right? So how did it start? How did you get there?
Well, it was never the plan.
Okay.
Never thought I would do nails as a job. I just trained so that I could do my own nails each month. I thought I'll just save myself money, do my own nails.
Wow.
Ironically, I don't even do my own nails anymore because
yes.
the novelty wears off. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just kept on being pulled back to doing nails. I did it around going to uni. Thought I wanted to work in fashion and then quite quickly realised I didn't want to. So yeah, just carried on doing my clients around my studies and then around other jobs that I did. And eventually I thought, you know what? I just want to do this. And I loved it. And I built it up to being completely full-time, fully booked, couldn't take on any new clients. And yeah, like 11 years later, we have a salon and a training academy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you study in uni?
Fashion buying.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
very different.
Very different, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so you do fashion buying. You're now like training, doing your nails on the side, doing some clients as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would go to uni. I just commuted, so I'd just go to uni, come back, do clients, go and study, all of that.
All of that, okay.
Just always worked it around other things, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you became fully booked quite quickly.
Yes.
How did you get there? I mean, I think this is something that a lot of nail techs, beauty pros aspire to. It's like the dream.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, I had a very clever business name when I first started, which I didn't actually realise was clever.
Okay.
It was called Mobile Nails Shrewsbury. So of course, when anyone would search those terms, I would come up.
Okay.
Which I had no idea about SEO and things like that, but it was actually really good because of course people found me. But I think it was just providing the best service that I could, and then people were naturally recommending me. And because I'm in quite a small town, the word got out quite quickly, and there wasn't a huge amount of independent nail techs kind of going mobile to people's houses at the time. So I think that was kind of like my niche, and I just was so passionate about what I was doing. I was always making sure to ensure that best result for my clients, give them that experience, just be me, chatting to them, finding out about their week, and yeah, it just kind of went from there. I was consistent on social media, but I would say recommendations was the most powerful thing for my business.
Okay.
And just getting those testimonials and sharing them, and yeah, it built from there.
I think there's some such good lessons here. I think the name actually is it's an amazing thing. I think for anyone watching, I think thinking about a name that really is descriptive makes a huge difference, because when someone looks for a service, like you were saying, Mobile Nails Shrewsbury, that's that's the first thing they would do.
Yeah.
If they're looking to have their nails done at home, that's what they will search for.
Exactly.
And if you have good reviews, you show up really high up.
Yeah. And you can add keywords into your name section on Instagram, can't you? And that will help it to come up as well. So even if your name isn't that, you can add those keywords. So that's what I always tell my students to do. So yeah, if people are searching nails in your area, you want your profile to come up in one of the top ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, that's something that we do a lot. And it's great that you point on that. It's very nice cue. With JENA, what we do is we actually help your profile stand out based on that. So let's say if you had used JENA, you didn't at the time because we didn't exist.
Yes.
But for your mobile nails business, then all those keywords will be in your bio, and they will actually show up even more on the organic search results on top of the Google Maps
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because we forget about Google, I think. You know, you think about your Instagram and your Facebook, but having a website and get it made for you is a lot. And it's, you know, it was completely over my head. So yeah, having JENA, where it will just actually give you a professional website and have that presence on Google, is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you started like growing your business. You become fully booked. What happens then?
Yeah, so then lockdown happened, which obviously was not foreseen at all, but it was actually probably one of the best things that could have happened, because it gave me the time to step away from my business for a little bit, decide what I wanted to do, and it gave me that time to develop all my courses and my manuals and get accredited and do my educational diploma. So that was kind of how it naturally progressed.
Okay.
I don't actually know what would have happened if that hadn't have happened, because
Interesting.
I was fully booked and I was just working in my business all the time. I didn't ever take a step back and think, right, where am I going next? So yeah, it was kind of, you know, I guess it was a horrible time, but it was a positive for my business because it pushed me into that next step.
That's really good. Like,
Yeah.
actually, that's a really good point, because I think you were saying like you kept working in your business, and I think a lot of like nail techs or beauty pros can really relate to this. Like you're in and out every day. Like it's hard to get the space, but it's so important to actually take a step back and work on your business.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend to those who are like really kind of heads down and don't have the time to reflect? Obviously, you can't expect COVID to happen every 6 months.
No, exactly.
So what would you recommend?
So I just recommend having a certain amount of time in your diary each week, or even set days where you don't have anything in there. Because I've been in that trap before of filling my diary so much that then you have no headspace and no time to think about anything else. So I think, you know, I always have a rule on like Mondays, I'll never see clients and I never train. So I just have those days solely for kind of working on projects, doing meetings if I need to, but it just means that I'm not having to show up and be anywhere. And that gives me that kind of freedom that I need to then think of the next steps and to just zoom out. So yeah, just allowing that time, because it's so tempting as a nail tech to just fill your whole diary. Like we all do it.
Yeah, of course, right?
It's not worth it.
Because every hour you work, you make money. So you're like, well, the more I work, the more I make money. But actually, you have to take a step back, because otherwise you'll never be able to see the forest before the trees.
Definitely.
I think that's the saying. The wood for the trees. I think that's the saying. And actually, you know, I started doing this as well myself.
Yeah.
So I so agree with you. I felt the same. I kept working, and then I was like, wow, I don't have any time to think.
Definitely.
So I actually blocked in my calendar, I called it CEO days.
Yes, love that.
Like that? So
I had a business
exactly
coach once and she called it that. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah. But it's so true, because otherwise you'll just reach a ceiling. Like you won't be able to progress, because you'll be full, and yes, you'll be earning that amount of money, but you can never earn more, because you're reaching your ceiling, aren't you, every single day? Because you can't physically work more hours than what you have.
Exactly, right?
So yeah.
That's true. Okay, so then COVID, everything stops.
Yeah.
You're thinking, and you're like, now I'm going to take over Shrewsbury. Is that what you're saying?
Well, at first I was like, do I need to move home, because can I pay my mortgage?
Okay, yeah.
It was a scary time. But then I just kind of got my head into it. I remember driving to my mum's to get my nail kit, because I was like, right, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to drive over to hers and get it. So I got it, and I would literally sit for hours doing my own nails, painting little wheels. I like started building this community of nail techs who were in the same position, couldn't work, and we were doing like themed nail art things each week. We were talking, we were, you know, bouncing ideas back and forth, and it actually created the community that then helped to launch my training academy. So it was, it wasn't planned. It was just that I wanted to connect with people still in quite a lonely time. And that was how I did it,
So you did that, you start connecting, you build that community, and then we get out of lockdown, and what happens then? So what do you do?
Well, I came out of lockdown with my educator's diploma. I had all my course manuals written, the lesson plans done.
Oh my God,
and I started teaching.
You were busy.
Yeah, I was very busy.
That's so good.
I didn't bake any banana bread in lockdown.
Very good. Excellent.
No, but yeah. So, it just kind of went from there. And I started with one-to-ones and then moved into group courses. Yeah. And then, just eventually got to the point where I needed more room. And that's where this space was born.
Got the space.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Did you design it yourself?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
So tell me more about like the vibe you were going for. Why that vibe? What's the inspiration?
I mean, I'm just like your typical girly girl. I'm very pink and flowery. My nails are pink and flowery. Like that is just me. But I didn't want it to be too sickly pink or like you know. Yeah, wanted to keep it classy. Just like nice florals and a little hint of pink. So yeah, I think it looks nice. It's just
great.
Not too much, but does the job.
And so now in this space, what happens in this space now? Can people still book you?
No, so I've stopped doing clients recently.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which has been a big change because, like I say, my diary was jam packed, and I just had no room for any development because we've launched a product brand as well, Muse, and that takes it takes a lot of my time and a lot of creative thinking. Yeah, so with the product side of things, which is a new service-based business which I've never done before. Sorry, not service. With a new product-based business that I've never done before. Managing that and the courses is already a lot. So clients have had to go to the girls in the salon, which is lovely because at least they can still come here. I can still see them, but the girls do a great job. So it's lovely being able to have lots of girls working here and offering them that environment to work from and run their own businesses as well. So it's worked out really nicely.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So you have your courses.
Yeah.
What courses do you do?
So I do anything from in-person to online and from complete beginners to people who've been in the industry for years and want to either upskill or add new treatments. So everything nails, and then we do some lash courses as well. But my speciality is nails.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's where you started.
Definitely.
So how many people have you trained up until now?
Gosh. So in person it's about 400, but then online it's over 3,000.
Oh my God,
yeah,
this
I
is
know,
huge.
which is crazy. So obviously because there's no location barrier, people can train from all over the world online.
What's the most like crazy location you've trained someone from?
I've had a couple in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, which is obviously as far as we could get. And
Yeah.
it was to the point where I visited there on a holiday and I actually did a training course.
Did
whilst
you?
I was
Oh my
there.
God. You never stop.
I never
You
stop.
never stop for her.
But yeah, so that was really fun. And like, it was just so good. She'd, contacted me when I'd lived there. And then I went back and she was like, I want to do that with you. So yeah, it's amazing. So
That's
literally
really cool.
other side of the world. Yeah.
And what are the kind of 3 things you recommend? Because you're training so many people, right? Like what do you tell those who want to start and kind of have this kind of progression to fully booked? What are the 3 things that they should absolutely be doing?
So first thing is pricing. I would say really look at your prices and work it out properly because all of us do it. We literally just pluck our prices out of the air, or we'll look at what someone down the road is charging and charge a little bit less. But actually, we've got to work it out properly to include our overheads. Obviously, things like sick pay, pension contributions, you don't get that when you're self-employed.
Of course.
So I think definitely charging what you are worth. I know that's like, the stereotypical saying, but it's so true because otherwise you will burn out and just resent your beauty business, because I definitely did that at the start. So that's one thing. The other thing is to have policies and boundaries in place. Again, something that I didn't have when I was first starting, and you just get messed around. You get people not showing up, or they just will turn up 15 minutes late and then they still want you to do it and everything like that. I think it's just good to have those kind of things put in place where they can agree to it upon booking, and then you've just always got that to refer back to. So I always give my students like a terms of service template. I'm like, right, this is your homework, go do it. Like it will save you so much hassle in the long run.
That's great.
Yeah. And then the third, I would definitely say an online booking system.
Okay.
Again, it's something I didn't use for years, and I was spending so much time just like back and forth, DMs with people, sending like manual reminder texts. Like literally every night I'd like go through my list, send them all texts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How much time did it take you?
Oh, it was probably like half an hour to an hour, because then once I'd be messaging them, they'd message
They'll
back.
reply. It's like,
and then we'd be like having conversations.
Oh
So
my God.
just that, and then chasing payments as well. Like I would waste so much time. Probably forgot about a few on the way as well. So yeah, I just think having that online booking system there, whether you use it like where they can publicly book in or you just use it behind the scenes, I think either one.
Yeah, because that's what you did, right? I remember,
Yes.
like, because you like to control how people book.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
remember
a control freak.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
You said it. You said it. It's on me.
No, but I think because I've always had other things going on, and like I've always had, like I would do a bit of freelance marketing at some points and things like that. My diary just wasn't able to be open.
Yes.
So to keep that control, but be able to have something that was still helping me was such a good thing to have.
Yeah, because a lot of people think the same. They're
Yeah,
like, oh, I don't want to
definitely.
open it up. I don't want anyone to be booking.
Yeah.
I don't need a booking system.
Yeah.
But actually you do.
You do.
Because the system does so many other things.
Exactly.
Right? It takes the,
Yeah.
I mean, it sends the confirmation, the reminders, takes the payments.
Yeah.
So you don't have to chase.
Definitely.
Consultation forms if you have them, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just so neat having it all in one place. And I would definitely say as my business has grown, I wish I'd set things up like that from the very start, because it would have just helped me so much as I scaled. Whereas I was kind of like having to go back and forth and like go back to the first step and things like that as I grew, because I hadn't set it up properly to start with. So,
Exactly, yeah. Setting up properly at the beginning actually save you so much time down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that. And what are the 3 things you'd say, what are the biggest mistake you've made? Like the 3 biggest mistake that nobody else should be doing?
3 biggest mistakes. I would say probably not choosing the right training course when I first started, because there was a lot of things that I wasn't taught about, and I've had to do a lot of self-learning. And if I'd have carried on doing certain things that I was maybe first trained, I would have either caused myself damage or my clients.
Do you have like an experience?
Well,
I feel like it comes from like a real...
this is definitely, like any mistake I've probably made here. But no, I wasn't taught to use gloves.
Okay.
So I was touching the products again and again and again, and I developed like a resistance to acetone, and my hands were like cracked. I remember one Christmas I literally couldn't like touch anything because they were so sore and so cracked. Yeah, so it was really bad. So now obviously I tell that to my students, tell them my story and how I've learned from that.
Wear gloves. Yeah.
Wear gloves. It's just so simple, isn't it?
Yes.
But it would have saved me so much hassle and like, you know, my skin. Because if you think about it, you're touching those chemicals day in, day out. Like, of course, your skin's going to get fed up with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one example of that. But
yeah. Any other mistakes you think?
I think we learned a lot after lockdown in terms of like nail allergies and things like that. And I've massively tried to educate myself on those sorts of things. And I will admit I used to kind of mix brands and maybe not use the matching lamp. And I know how important that is now. So again, I just think, you know, little things like that. I just wasn't really told why that was so important. So again, that's what I just try and get across to my students so that they can be doing it to the highest standard that they can for their clients.
That's great.
Yeah.
And do you only teach them how to deliver services, or is there also like some business side? Because I know like when you start a business, like obviously there's the service, which everybody loves and want to do, but then there's the business.
Yeah, definitely. I do try and go into some business basics with them and just kind of give them some things to think about that they might not have even considered, because there's so much to think about when you first set up. So yeah, I do go through business bits, pricing, terms of service, all of that. And then I do offer like business sessions. So if someone, and a lot of people have taken me up on it, because when you're first starting out, you think, God, how do I even like tell HMRC, or like what insurance do I need, what taxes, you know, all these things. And of course, I've learned them along the way of just kind of throwing myself in. But I can now tell them with 11 years of experience of how exactly to do that. So we go through everything, put a plan together, and then they've got it.
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, it's been really good.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I love doing
what a
like
journey.
it just comes really naturally. Like, I just love doing them as well. So yeah, I like them.
That's really cool.
Does your booking system still suck? Then you should look into JENA.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I'm the founder of JENA. We created JENA specifically for solo business owners. We know how hard it is to build your own business, and without the right tools, it's even harder. Booking systems suck because they're designed for big salons. They're complicated, they have expensive monthly fees, and loads of hidden fees. And that's why we built JENA.
With JENA, you can look professional with a professionally designed website where you need no tech skills.
JENA also helps you get your evenings back, because on average, beauty pros spend 45 minutes going back and forth with their clients. With JENA, you can set your boundaries. Our system takes bookings, sets reminders, and handles payments automatically.
And with JENA, we know how important it is for you to build your own brand with your own website, which is fully customizable. You don't sit next to your competitors on a marketplace, and we make sure that you stand out to your clients.
And the best, is that it's only £19 per month. That's it.
No way!
With JENA, there are no new client fees, no hidden fees, and no unexpected big bills at the end of the month.
This sounds too good to be true, but it's not. So check it out on jena.so or look for @jena.ai_ on Instagram.
Yes, check out JENA on the App Store as well.
Okay, so the final thing that I would say not to do is to neglect your body and your mental well-being as well.
Okay.
Because as we've kind of touched on, it does, as a nail tech, you are kind of pulled from one thing to the other. You're so busy, which is great, but it shouldn't ever come at
The expense,
yeah,
right?
the expense
of your
of-
own health.
yeah,
I get that.
your health and your well-being, because it is so tempting to get yourself fully booked and to be, you know, running around like bending over backwards for clients, but actually then you will start to resent the business because you will start to be exhausted and burnt out.
Yes.
And yeah, you'll start to ache everywhere. So yeah, I would definitely say looking after yourself is a massive one.
And anything you recommend for that, like exercises, practices that you have, that you do, that
Yeah,
help
I
you?
would definitely say make sure your setup is right. So like an armrest really helps because it just lifts the
So
hands a bit
important.
higher. Yeah, here's one I made earlier. Yeah, so having an armrest, just making sure that you are actively like trying to sit up properly. Like I know that sounds so simple, but I will look at videos of myself doing nails and I'm like a shrimp. Like it's just so trying to really remember that posture, stretching if you can. I mean, I go for regular massages. That's a perk of the job.
Okay, very nice.
But yeah, that's really good to kind of keep up on. It is, you know, an essential.
It's a business expense.
It's a business expense. But yeah, so that's definitely something. Again, just like remembering your PPE, so like gloves, a dust extractor underneath you to get all that dust. And then yeah, I think just making sure again that you have that time set aside in your diary just for you and not for working in your business, just something that you enjoy, whether it's just going for lunch with someone on a Tuesday just because you can, like really take advantage of the fact that you are your own boss now, so stop making yourself work so hard.
That's good. That's
Like,
a
don't
good
be a
tip.
bad boss.
I'll actually take it for myself. I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
I just never take a break, and I think sometimes just being able to take that time
Definitely.
is quite nice.
Yes.
It makes a big difference. And what do you like to do in your free time?
What do I like to do? I like to exercise. I like going on dog walks. I have 2 dogs, so they keep me very busy. Gym, Pilates, yoga.
Okay.
Love going out for food. I'm such a foodie. Yeah.
What's your favorite place?
Oh gosh, probably House of the Rising Sun.
Okay.
You went there last time.
I
didn't
went
you?
there.
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's always been my fave.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a few in Shrewsbury now. But yeah, just kind of eating well, seeing friends, family. And that's it.
Amazing.
Really. Not
That's
very
great.
much that makes me happy. Well, I mean, it's like the little things, isn't it?
Yeah, the little things.
Yeah.
It's always the little things, you know,
It
in the end.
is, definitely.
And you've recently joined JENA as an ambassador. You've been
Yes.
using it for yourself before you start ditching all your clients, right?
Definitely.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what it entails? How was it? How did you find it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was reached out to by you guys because I had no idea about you guys yet because you were very new at the time.
Yeah, because we reach out to the best people. So obviously you were there.
Thank you. But yeah, as a startup, it was so amazing to see it from the very start. And, you know, I joined straight away because I started using it myself and I was like, this is everything that I'd been looking for in a booking system. So it was the natural, you know, recommendation for my students as well. I wanted something to be able to really, you know, put my name to and be like, I can fully trust that you will, you know, like this app. So yeah, it just was the natural progression really of just that, I was using it and then now my students all use it and they love having that recommendation and that trust from, you know, my personal experience with it. It's super easy to use, like, you know, I can always give feedback to the team as well, which is great. Like you guys are really open to
We love it.
You know, anything.
It's not that
you
we're open
think-
to it, we love it, we encourage it. Like I think the
Absolutely.
feedback is what makes the better app, right?
Yeah, exactly. So anything that you think is missing or, you know, any issues at all, you guys are always straight there, which I love. It's not like a, you know, where you can't speak to a human or,
Oh my
you
God,
know,
this is like the
it's-
worst. Sometimes I'm on services like this and you're stuck in a queue, you're stuck with the bottle, you're like, come on,
Like, we ain't got
I just
time
need,
for that.
yeah, exactly. I just need like a little unlock.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the team's great, and then the actual portal to sort of track your commissions is really good as well. So yeah, and I know you've just introduced like is it called? It's not lifetime.
We have, yes,
It is
kind of lifetime,
yeah,
like
kind of
yeah,
lifetime, yeah.
like over several
Yeah.
months, so that you can make money if that customer stays
Exactly.
around, which is like
Yeah.
I think it's a good like alignment in terms of like reward.
Definitely. And I think like having a passive income stream like affiliates is such a good stream to have, and it's a huge
agree.
part of my business as well, because if you are an academy owner or you know a nail tech that's seeing other nail techs as well, and you have a platform and an audience, then you may as well be paid for those referrals as well.
Exactly right,
if
yeah.
you're genuinely loving it and using it, you would tell them about it anyway.
Yes.
So to have it as another income stream,
Yeah,
is
and we
just
really
bonus.
believe in that. Like we believe in like rewarding our ambassadors because you know we think that by doing that we help you build more sustainable businesses.
Definitely.
Like I know sometimes like you know they don't use the right link, so you just message me and I'm like yeah, of course. Like I want you to be paid for like sharing the word out. Like
Definitely.
that's so important.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah.
No, awesome. And you know what? In your course, you talked about terms and conditions, right?
Yes.
Did you know that in JENA you now have like AI terms and conditions?
Oh wow.
So they can generate it themselves.
Oh, that's amazing.
Super easy. Like they
Gosh.
answer a few questions and then the terms are automatically generated.
There we go.
So yeah, you can
so
give
they
it a
don't
try.
even have to do their homework now. They can
it's
just
true.
cheat.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like any students.
Love it.
No, very cool.
Yeah.
Becky, it was so lovely to speak with you. Thank you so much for spending the time and welcoming me in your beautiful salon.
My pleasure. It's been lovely to have you.
Thank you so much.